Hey, Dr. Josh here with Patient Mastery. Still celebrating the birthday. We just got back from Miami Beach, right on the bay, jumping in the water, favorite restaurants, back up to New York, favorite restaurants. It's been a blast. And now here to share with you one of the biggest issues that comes to chiropractors of going from insurance to cash and how to know how to navigate this better. This is the topic today. It actually came up on a call with one of our awesome tribe coaches in Patient Mastery, Dr. Mark. Came to Patient Mastery, $50,000 a month. I was doing $100,000 a month with just an associate added, but following the proven process. That's what works. More time off, probably 8 vacations a year, and he coaches docs inside of Patient Mastery. In Chiro, somehow, insurance became like this. You're a less than Chiro. Insurance is evil. Insurance is awful. Insurance doesn't help people get healthy. It's the medical model, and there's some truth to that. But the thing is, with the public, and by the way, I'm not endorsing do insurance, I'm showing you the balance. The general public doesn't know what you know, and all they see is a bunch of money coming out every paycheck that goes to their medical insurance. And when they have a health or medical problem, they're hoping, thinking, expecting that a doctor may take it. Now, there's certain people that don't care at all, don't want a doctor who takes insurance. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the general public. Here's the thing. In Chiro, that's been filtered down to you are a stronger Chiro, a better Chiro if you're all cash. And I'm telling you, a lot of the people on platforms that share this and spout this and even teach you how to go cash, when you actually go behind the scenes, which is like Googling their website, they're a majority PI practice. Just showing you the real Chiro world out there. What I'm gonna show you is insurance isn't evil, cash isn't great. A couple things to consider if, let's say, you're in network or out of network, but predominantly insurance and thinking you should go to cash before you make the jump, because this is where Chiros get messed up. The reason you don't want to stay in insurance is obviously over the years, if the reimbursement is getting lower and lower and lower, and this is just ridiculous, and the copay plus the reimbursement is getting to be like, this isn't fair for my value as a chiropractor, the results patients are getting, the amount of people I could see in a day, or now I feel like I've got to add all these different modalities, or maybe the modalities aren't even getting reimbursed. So if the money, which is happening obviously in a lot of states over the decades, or maybe it's PI or it's women's comp and it's disappearing from your state, but if the money is really going down and it's getting bad and it's not worth it, that's a different reason to be going over. If the paperwork is getting ridiculous, like you're spending 2 hours at the end of each day, you're spending time on the weekends, after dinner at home on your computer doing notes, and it's just getting to the point of it is not worth it, or the notes requests, or maybe like potential audits you get, even though you're not doing anything wrong. Hey, we want to see these 30 case files for these 3 months. It can get turned into a nightmare. So these are definite reasons. Now, none of this has to do with ego or vanity or anything like that to go across. So if you've got these 3 reasons, that's enough to start thinking about it and consider it. But if you don't have what I'm going to put here, it's going to end up a bloodbath when you notify insurance, notify your patients. We're not doing it, not just for your current patients, but all new patients. Your front desk CA, if they're not ready for insurance/cash questions, you and your recommendations. So when it comes to cash, and by the way, if you're making good money per visit, money per service based on insurance coming to cash, you don't have to switch. And you don't have to do one fell swoop. There may be 5 insurances in your area, and one has gotten so awful, you let go of them first. You don't have to go all or nothing. That's, again, a recipe for just like hitting the acceleration and not knowing what you're prepared for. When it comes to cash, if you don't have the CA new patient phone call for someone saying, hey, do you accept my insurance? And before it was like, yeah, super easy. Now it's, well, I was just talking with Mark about that. There's 3 different things to hit on, from complimentary consult to give you a receipt you can get reimbursed on your own, to finding out what their actual issue and condition is, and then relating to them that you understand how they feel, you want to get better as quickly as possible, and you and the doctor have seen so many people with that same condition get better, connecting with them. But most CAs, they don't have that training, and it doesn't come natural. So CA training, do you have actual fees and plans created now that are all cash or a mixture of slight insurance and cash? Do you have a Rex conversation that you are confident and certain, confident about giving that you'd be proud to give to your own mother? I was just listening, some coaches literally on the page was like, you won't feel like a salesperson. Well, okay, maybe you didn't feel like a salesperson, but you felt like, I don't want to say the word, not condescending, patronizing. Here's, in the genius of our profession, some of the recommendations or consults, genius verbiage you've been taught to say. Mary, if we find the root cause of your problem, would you like to know? Yeah, that sounds like that you're treating someone like a 5-year-old. On a scale of 1 to 10, Mary, how committed are you to getting your problem solved? Guy, they're not in your office if they don't care about getting your problem solved. And guess what? They could say a 10 or a 9 and feel like the good student. And if they don't trust you, they don't like you, your fee structures and the outcomes you're predicting aren't what they want, it doesn't matter if they're committed at a 10. They're committed at a 10 to get this resolved, but not with you. So stop treating people like 5-year-olds. And maybe you don't feel like a salesperson when you use lines like that, but you should feel like an idiot. And it shouldn't be how you want to go through life, taking care of people and getting people back to their life. So until you actually learn professional, authentic, honest, and powerful recommendations communication with fees that work today and plans that don't overwhelm patients, like 96 visits over the next year, or feeling salesy, oh, if you sign on the bottom line today, you'll get 50% off. Don't tell an attorney. If you don't have the confidence, the certainty, and the inner pull of, I am just so fed up and sick of insurance and I'm going to make it work. If you don't have that, it is not the time to switch to cash. If you do have that, I get it. You didn't learn any of this in school. It's not going to come to you in a dream. And there's a couple other people I may recommend in the profession, but for the most part, you're going to feel patronizing to patients. You're going to overwhelm them with education. You're going to feel like a salesperson, and you're not going to get anywhere near how much you get paid, referred to, or retention as if you learned the patient mastery proven process. If you're ready to make the switch, or you're in either of these camps, but want more retention, more referrals, more payment, the proven process works. Doesn't matter where you're located, doesn't matter your philosophy, doesn't matter your modalities, doesn't matter if you charge low or high, it works. And hundreds of case studies and testimonials should be enough from great, authentic, honest, like-minded, patient-centered chiropractors. If you're ready, patientmastery.com, speak to a coach, see how it would fit specifically into your practice to double this year with more time off, and love how you feel in practice and your reputation in practice. That's our promise to you. No contracts, just results.